What's going on YouTube? It's your boy DJ IZZY and we're back with another video. And as you guys know from that title, today is going to be a kind of heart-to-heart video. So I want you guys to take the time out, if you guys could, and just listen out. So today's video is going to be so exciting. I know I've been going for a while. I've been dealing with a lot of issues. Because life isn't as perfect as everyone thinks or per se believe it is. But we're going to be reacting to a tragedy that's going on right now in our world, and we're gonna just be reacting. I'm gonna be giving my thoughts. I'm gonna be giving how I feel about the situation, and yeah. So without further ado, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that post notification button and hit that bell. Without further ado, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat at ZAY_ZAY100014, and make sure you follow me on Twitter at Officialdjizzy. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so we're gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna be just reacting to, as you all know, we've lost. I can't say, I don't know how if you guys know how YouTube algorithm works. I can't per se say this name, but we've lost a gentleman to a very common thing that happens in America. We've lost him to racism, and we've lost him to injustice in our country. And so I'm going to be taking the time out just to react to it. So without further ado, viewer discretion is advised. And yeah, so the first thing we're going to be saying is racism in America has been going on for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, not almost 400 plus years, and it hasn't seemed to get any worse. It has gotten worse. It's not that it got worse, actually. It's that people are starting to record it, as Will Smith said. And it's like, we cannot continue to allow this. We cannot continue to just react and just take it, okay, it's another person we lost, which is just another day. This is not what we're going to do. This is not what will happen. And just seeing it from the perspective of we're still actually in a pandemic. We're in a global crisis right now. From the pandemic to riots to looting to businesses being taken down to targets being taken down. We need these places. A lot of places that's being burned down we need for our everyday necessity. We need these places to continue surviving. We need these places for food, water, for basic needs. Like we're in a situation now where it's like everyone is upset, everyone is irritated, everybody is frustrated, everybody's just to their limits. To the looting per se, I'm gonna run a clip right here.
New York City will be under a curfew that begins in 3 seconds. Some of the most prominent streets, anything but quiet tonight, with more peaceful protests, but also more looting throughout Manhattan. The curfew going into effect 6 seconds ago and lasting till 5 in the morning. But now, lessons apparently learned. The mayor says the curfew tomorrow night will begin at 8. And good evening.
Right now, all night we've watched these groups of people going from store to store. Many of them were already boarded up. They pulled the boards off and then broke through the glass. Some were not. They were going through. We saw people looting out of multiple stores, probably at least 6 or 7 stores on this very exclusive row of retail. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of police officers here. What we've been seeing is basically a cat and mouse game all night. The police officers have been here with a huge show of force, but they can't stop people because they don't know that they've necessarily been looting, and so they're waiting for somebody to do something. Police move on to the next block and then someone does something, and so that's what we've been seeing basically all night. Hundreds of people, and it cannot be said more forcefully, these are not protesters. What's happening? How do you feel?
Feel fine. I feel fine. That's right. Because that's the first moment that we get this together. That us and everything that these cops have given their blood for, and the communities that we serve and they all love, can go back together and get those groups out of here from California, from all over this country, who are being paid to take this movement, which is a good movement, and turn it into violence against the men and women who love the communities. Get them out of here, throw them out of your protests, protest peacefully. Why would anyone break into a store in your neighborhood? Places that employ the people in this neighborhood. No reason for it. It has to end. Let New York show the country.
I think, personally, looting is not worth it. It's not worth losing the businesses. Damages to the properties that we need. We need these businesses. It's what helps our economy run. We can't continue to lose these businesses, but it's also, we have to understand that people are fed up. People are tired of losing their loved ones. We're tired of losing our people to the act of shameful racism. We're tired of losing people to the color of our skin. Me as a black young man, it's pretty shocking. You know, you have to think about it this way. As a black young man, you have to deal with your parents saying, okay, if you ever get stopped by a cops, make sure you have your hands visible at all times. Make sure you know your rights. Make sure you're not saying things that's going to contradict yourself. Make sure you're saying things that's not going to put you in a predicament where it's like, okay, I'm outnumbered by several white men. What do I do? And I'm pretty sure there's other people who can relate that once a cop gets behind you, it's a level of nervous, it's a level of fear that takes over your body, just knowing, okay, will I make this out alive? Will I make it out alive from this situation? And it's a shame that we have to think about that. It's a shame that we have to sit here and really think, okay, well, I'm being stopped by somebody who's supposed to be protecting my community, by somebody who's supposed to be a public servant, by somebody who's supposed to be, you know, helping my community. It's a shame, you know. It's a shame knowing, okay, well, all right, I'm about to get pulled over. Let me fear for my life, because I don't know if I'll make it home or not. It's just really a shame that we have to think that way in 2020. It's been going on for hundreds of years. When will it end? It's a shame. I personally feel as if, like, from the losing of so many innocent lives due to just a skin tone that you can't even control. It's a blessing to be black. It makes you see life from a different perspective. It makes you see life, okay, well, am I going to just live it and just blend right into everybody and all these unfair and unjust treatment, or will I stand up today and make a difference? Will I make a change to this world? Will I be a different public figure? It's a lot to think about. Now, going back to the situation we're dealing with a specific person, I'm pretty sure everyone knows the name of. I've seen a clip of somebody who was murdered in broad daylight. I mean, clear as day outside. Somebody who was murdered because of the color of their skin. Now I want you to sit down and just sit back for 2 seconds and just process that. Somebody was deprived of their life, had their life stolen from them because of the color of their skin. Now you tell me if that makes sense to you. I don't have the right to live because of the color of my skin. Do you hear how coward that, like, how that's such a coward move that, you know, the fact that I'm even saying this out loud and I'm actually like hearing this out loud is just like, it's mind blowing that we're dealing with this in 2020. A situation that's been happening over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. When will this end? Now, to my knowledge, the officers, the 4 officers who were involved in the situation, they were fired. Okay, they were fired. But no justice has been served yet. We still have a family that's been broken apart due to racism in America. due to racism. Somebody had their life taken from them due to racism. These 4 officers, yes, I understand, okay, they had their job taken from them, but when will the justice be served? This guy was murdered in cold blood, in daylight, while people, innocent bystanders, had to stand there and watch because they couldn't do anything. This is what the time that we're living in. This is the time we're living in. Now, I'm pretty sure we've had several history classes, several classes of black activists who try their best to stand up and make a change in this hair world. From the Martin Luther King, from the Rosa Parks, from the Malcolm X, from the Nelson Mandela. Like, it's so many more activists that I can't even call in one hand. In several hands, matter of fact, several pairs of hands. When will this stop? When will it stop? It's a shame that I have to be speaking about this in 2020 about a situation that's been happening for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Because I personally believe that America, or the country that we're in right now, will never see how we see it. Nobody will feel it how we feel it as young black people in general. It's more of like a systematic racism, systematic slavery. And just when you think the years of being whipped for trying to get basic knowledge. So imagine everyone watching right now, you were beaten for going to school. You were whooped for going to school. Let that process. You were legit beat on for going to school. You were forced to pick cotton. You were forced to do hard back labor for little to nothing pay. Not an animal doesn't deserve how that man was murdered. An animal doesn't. Nobody, no living thing really deserves to be murdered like that. Especially a human. Now I hope this video here today has opened up some of you guys' mind. I want you guys to comment down below what you guys think, how you guys feel about this situation. How do you guys think we can better our country, how we can better our living? Because this has to change. This has to change. I'm gonna play some more clips. I'm gonna play 2 more clips before the end of this video. But this is gonna be a clip coming straight from Minneapolis, where we've lost several businesses, we've lost houses, we've lost many necessities that we need in our everyday life has been burned down. We've lost a lot from the global pandemic that we're living in right now, taking away hundreds of thousands of dollars out of businesses' pockets, to now us losing properties, us losing all these businesses that we need. And it isn't going to change any soon until justice is served where it needs to be served, how it needs to be served, and when it needs to be served. I don't know who needs to hear this or needs to see this, but the time is now. I'm not telling anybody to be the superhero of our world, but it starts with you. Now, before we close out this video, I hope somebody has learned something from this video. I hope somebody was encouraged, inspired from this video. Without further ado, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification button, and join the family. Make sure you comment down below any thoughts that you guys think I didn't speak on. So maybe this could be a part 1 and there could be a part 2 to it. If you guys want a part 2, get this video to 100 likes and there will be a part 2. Without further ado, thank you and peace. See ya.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war
the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against, yes, glory is destined. Everyday women and men become legends. Sins that go against our skin become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is revisiting us. True and living in us. Resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots, we on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, glory, oh, glory, glory. Now the war